I got hair on my face. I think I'm gonna put my face back today. I think I'm gonna put my hair back today. I'm hoping I'll go out and shoot tonight. I haven't been out and played pool and like all this week. I'm starting to, run on E for it. Okay, this is like way too much hair for me. Like I like it, but it's way too much hair for me. Alright, hi guys, just going, welcome in, welcome in. Do me a favor, don't tap the screen, like the live. I love it when people stop by to see me. I haven't been live since Tuesday. I said my dog had surgery this week. So that's taking over. Hey, Rocket, how are you? Good morning, honey. But yeah, so that's kind of taking over my week. Like he ended up, he had it was like weird. Like it was the day before I went away on vacation. He was laying on his back, and I seen like a bump in his mouth, and I was just like, oh, that's weird. You know what I mean? Like he's a pug, so I mean, warts happen, like skin tags happen, like all that shit. That's just part of it. You know what I mean? And I got back from vacation. Like I had, somebody babysitting him, but like I'm like keep an eye on that bump because it was just weird. And then like I got back from vacation, I could see it like had grown, and then he kept biting it, and then like it got bigger, and I'm like, oh my god, like I didn't realize how big it was until like he would yawn, and it was like a piece of like, oh my god, it was scaring the shit out of me. So, but our little patient did good the other day. He ended up he went in Wednesday. Yeah, and he was in at like 9 in the morning. You know what I mean? Wait, Icky Vicky, what was your last name? That's a new name. What was the last name? You keep it confusing me and shit. Good morning, guys. Welcome through. And I said I am dual streaming. Hold on. What's it? Tell me. Tell me. Tell me. Tell me. Tell me. I get really associated with names. You know what's funny? If I meet somebody, like if I've known them for a long time, oh, it's Vanessa. Good morning, honey. How are you? I'm like, I don't know anybody named Vicky. Fucking me all up, Vanessa. Like, but no, it's funny because, like I said, I have friends that they'll change their names, right? Like that's something people do a lot online is like change their usernames and whatnot. But I will still refer to people as their first username. I'm icky as fuck. You're far from icky. You're. I mean, the name gorgeous Vicky might be taken, but I'm just saying. Like it might be more accurate, you know what I mean? But it's cute though, Icky Vicky. But yeah, so I said like I'll end up like I still have friends that have changed their names for like years, and I'll still call them the first thing. Like if I get to know somebody, so I told you guys one of the dumbest ever things I did online, right? Oh, I love you, TV. One of the dumbest. I literally still hold this over myself, right? I had a friend, and I said I've told this story on here before, so if you guys have heard it, I apologize. I had a friend on Meet Me for a long time. We're talking like a year. Sometimes online, don't get to know people that long. People kind of come and go, all that shit, right? So it was literally like a year. And I'm being like, hey, chat and Misfit, hi, what's going on? MC, how are you? But so this chick used to come through, and I'm like, what's up, Tasia? How you doing? Da 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 da. It was Tia. SIA, right? Like Tasia. In my head, that's how it went was Tasia. And I mean, this chick came through my life for like a year. Like, hi T-Bird, what's going on? And I was in somebody's live the one day, and when she came in, they said, hello, Tasia. And I went, oh shit. Oh shit. Hi, Shepherd. And so I told her the next time I seen her in my life, I said, yo, if did I mispronounce your name? And she was like, yeah. I was like, you let me mispronounce your name for a fucking year? And she's like, well, I mean, it wasn't that big of a deal. And I'm like, yeah, but I mispronounced your name for a fucking year. I'm doing okay. Kind of wet the bed due to some. No- All right, well, that's a lot of info, MC. That's a lot of info. How do you know that's what it's from? Maybe you just had a bad dream. Like I can remember being little, right? And I had a dream that I was in some sort of championship ground, right? Like it was like golfing. You know how like the the end of golfing, everybody's in there. And I had a dream that it was like our job. This is probably like the last time I wet the bed. I was younger, but I had a dream that I was on a golf course, and that was the job was to pee into like the hole instead of hit the ball. And I know it's weird. Like dreams are weird, man. You ever wake up from a dream and you're like, the fuck was I just what? You let this shit run amok? Oh man. You'll be like, I literally had a dream one night. I was laying on the couch. This was back in my mom's house, right? I was laying on the couch, and Joe was sitting next to me, right? And I was sleeping, and I remember, I don't know what the dream was about, but I sat straight up. Hi, Gary, how are you? I'm disabled veteran. Unfortunately, it's my, oh, gotcha. Yeah, I was gonna say disability is no joke, man. I'm epileptic, and it's fucking bullshit. Like, I fucking hate it. But I can remember I was sleeping on the couch, and I sat straight up, and I just looked at him and I yelled, Bob the Builder. And then, like, I remember him just stopping and looking over at me so calm. Like, I would have laughed my ass off. Like, what the fuck are you dreaming about? And then I just laid back down and went to sleep like it was nothing. I don't know what the dream was about. I mean, I know what the dream was about, essentially. But I would like to know what was happening in the dream. Like, my kids weren't even young at that point. It's not like they were watching, like, Bob the Builder, shit like that. I don't even know where this came from. I had another dream one time. It's some real odd dreams 2 days in a row now. Yeah, I was going to say, like, you'll wake up some days and you're like, what the fuck? I had a dream one night that I visited Ireland, and for some reason, they didn't like me, so they chased me throwing pickles at me. Like, I mean, just shit that you're like, the fuck kind of storyline? Like, the fuck is happening? Like, this is, like, what? Why, if I went to Ireland, would their weapon of choice be sweet gherkins? Like, the fuck kind of, it doesn't even make sense. Like, you're like, could the storyline at least make sense? And then you'll get up in the morning, right? And you'll, like, you have some of those dreams that are so, like, oh, thank you, Taddy Catter. I appreciate you. Your farts sound like Chewbacca, though. Oh, I was going to say, that's actually my doggy sitting here, but whatever. He's a snorer, man. He's a snorer. Can I be your sissy maid, please? No, I'm good. The dreaded yeah, I was going to say, I haven't had one since I was, like, a little kid, but, like, you ever have a dream and it's, like, so real that you wake up the next day and you're like, that didn't happen, right? I didn't. And you'll be like, this really weird shit. There is one thing that absolutely, thank you, Vanessa, honey, I appreciate you. There is one thing that absolutely petrifies me more than anything in this lifetime. 100%, right? Yeah, I have a pug. Well, he's half pug. And when I say this motherfucker snores, I mean this motherfucker snores. He also had surgery this week, so he's a little bit more medicated than he normally is. Dreaming, then all of a sudden it actually happens. Yeah, and it's like, so here's also, like I said, with epilepsy, right? I did not know that this was like I said, once I got diagnosed and I actually looked at, like, okay, well, what else is there? It's like irregular temperature control, shaky hands. I'm like, okay, I mean, my hands be shaking, like, it happens, But I always thought it was like an anxiety thing. And then, the other one was like deja vu, and I'm like, doesn't everybody get that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, doesn't everybody get that where you're like daydreaming and you're like, and somebody's like, hey, and you're like, what? Oh, what? Like, I mean, I didn't know that was a thing. That's something everybody does, right? Like, I mean, that's something, impending feeling of daydreaming, or an impending deja vu. I'm like, how is that a symptom of something? Like, how is that a symptom when everybody's got it? She already has a maid and it's made right. I was going to say, my housekeeper sadly is not sexy. Well, my housekeeper is me, so I would gladly take you, Vanessa. I'm just saying. Like, I want somebody in an official maid costume and shit just cause. Do you remember, like, when, like, Craig's was a thing and people would put on their listings to be like a topless maid and shit? And I'm like, I love your tattoos. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. But like, I don't know who made somebody decide that, because, like, the last thing I want to do while I'm cleaning, thank you, Craig, put a follow back on you. Last thing I want to do is walk around with my things swinging. I have one live with me. What, like a sexy maid or just like a housekeeper? Like, just, you're like, no, wear the full costume up to the house. Yeah, no, from the car. Yeah, I'll help you bring stuff in. Like, ugh, God, I hate cleaning. I don't need to be, like, super rich in life. But if I can get to the point where I have somebody just come clean my shit up for me, and I'm like, okay, well, just keep, that would be great. I have somebody that comes and cuts the grass, which is awesome. Because I know my ass ain't getting out there and doing that. I know my ass is not getting out there. And I said, I have a 21-year-old son, which is like prime grass cutting age and stuff. Fuck, it's cool, Brandon. I appreciate you stopping by though, Braden, something like that. But some comments in the celebrity filter. I don't know who just said what, but for some reason I wanted to flag it. I guess somebody's got a potty mouth. But yeah, so Mr. Bugsy's doing good. I said, so he had this growth in his mouth the other day. He went in Wednesday morning. They called and they said that he. So when I tell y'all, like, what the liberal fuck is that? Oh, okay. Am I doing something that would make you think that I'm a liberal? I don't know. She wears the full outfit, does she? I said, I don't. I want to know who the chick was that said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take being a cleaning woman and put, like, I don't know, like, and put you know what I'm saying? Like, put, like, I'm just going to, have my services, but instead of anything else, I'm just going to be, I mean, it caters, I'm sure, to a certain amount of fetishes and shit, but it's like, I don't know. I would just feel weird walking and being like, all right, we're doing this, and then, like, taking my top off and going and cleaning somebody's dishes and shit. Like, I said, there's something out there for everybody, but I'm like, is that really, like, a thing? Like, you guys ever, have you ever seen the movies, right? Where does my EBT tax color? Now we know. Okay, so you assume. Okay, that's cool. I mean, I appreciate your assumptions. Thank you for coming by and even tapping. I like it. Thank you for guys. Do me a favor. Make sure people obsessed with politics is creepy. I mean, and guys, I said I am dual streaming. It's weird to me because I'm like, that's like the last thing I worry about on a daily basis is like politics. I think that they're all fucked. I think they're all corrupt. I think they're all liars. I'm like, that's literally like the last thing I think about. I've literally never voted a day in my life, and I'm so okay with that. It is so fucking, and it's just who gets the most propaganda put out. Like, it's all narratives and shit like that. I just can't get into it. That's way too much for me. Like, so I really don't feel like I need to ever vote a day in my. If it was something that I felt like passionate about, I would do. But I'm like, I just don't. I don't claim either side. I don't care. Like, I just don't care. You know what I mean? You weren't beaten hard enough as a child. I mean, he's trying. So far, he hasn't said anything that any other troll hasn't ever said. Like, I'm like not even impressed. Like, I'm pretty sure, and most of the trolls on YouTube are like 10-year-olds. So it's like, it's not even fun to like talk shit back to them. I don't want to go talk shit to somebody's kid. You know what I mean? But like, he's not a good troll. So, I mean, if he wants to waste his time helping me trend, I'm cool with that. Like, I'm fine by all means. If he gets on you guys' nerves, let me know and I'll kick him out. Sometimes I'll let shit go on a little too long. So if he gets on your nerves, let me know. I'll get rid of him. He helps me trend. I'm happy for that. Like, cool. I don't care. I'm like, I just don't understand. I can honestly say I've never gone and trolled anybody. And I do talk about that on here a lot. That, like, is this a makeup? Yes, Chicken Wing. Well, I don't know. It's gonna get there. I've makeup on a little bit from Tuesday, so you know. Special ed. Yeah, like, it's like, I don't want to talk shit to somebody's kid. Like, but it's like nothing that is impressive trolling. It's just like 10-year-old shit. Like, he's got the day off from school, so he's bored. And it's like I would talk shit if there was actually something to talk shit to, but like I said, most of the people on YouTube are just somebody's 10-year-old. Could you hurry, please? Right, though. I know it takes me like 8 years. Like, nah, kid. Yeah, that's what I mean. Is it's just kids. It's just kids being like corny, and it's like. But I don't know. I don't know like what makes people say, you know what, I'm gonna go out and be a troll. I can honestly say, like, I have never, ever, ever. Do you have health insurance? Yes. I can honestly say that I've never, ever gone and been a troll. You know what I mean? Good morning. What's going on? How are you? Good morning. But I don't know. I just don't got enough time for that. I'm like, I'm working. I have family. I have friends. I have a social life. Like, I just don't have time for that. So it's either like a really miserable kid or it's a really miserable kid that grew up to be a really miserable adult. So, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. They don't bother me as much as like I've seen some people like fighting back and forth and shit. I'm like, I just ain't got time for all that. Will it not cover the removal of that thing on your neck? Actually, I'm going to get and looked at it soon. Yeah. I had to get a referral from my doctor, but it just got bigger on me here not too long ago. Yeah, it's in the process of getting removed. Why are you? I'm curious though. Like, why are you worried, Chicken Wing, about like a mole on my neck? How did my mole on my neck affect your day in any way, shape, or form? Have a great day. Awesome. I'd say have a great day to you too, but I don't think you're going to. But it's funny, and then you talk about like you start talking about the trolls, and then you get more in it. It's like the weirdest thing. Like I don't know. I can, like I said, I can honestly say it's never something I've done or even considered. Even if I haven't liked people, it happens. I happen to see it immediately. That's cool. Thank you for letting me know. Crushed. Hmm. The reviving, that's a pretty solid, like, that's a pretty solid, accurate, like, description of my laugh. Like, I'll give you that. Okay, so we are doing weird news in the morning, guys. Welcome through. Let's see. So first thing in the morning, I was going to say, I mean, it's not first thing in the morning. I'm just running late because it's Saturday morning. So I said, we're getting ourselves together. And I'll do, like, trending topics, whatnot. Like, and I thought I'd mention it. So things aren't going so well from here on out. What, your day? Well, I'm imagining. I mean, if you're a troll, then you're probably not going to have a good day, right? Negativity's over like Rome, guys. Like, seriously, negativity is like so. I don't know. It's weird to me. It's weird. But so they ended up that they found it was an ancient mummified cheetah, right, in Saudi Arabia, and apparently it started to shed light on history. And it looks like it's weird looking. I will say that. It's weird looking. It looks like what you would assume a mummified cheetah would like look like, honestly. Hold on, let me switch over to this device real quick, guys. Bear with me, bear with me. Okay, hold on. My other one is wanting to not quite work right. I ended up, so hold on, let me get my other device out. And we will bring it up. All right. I don't know. I just, like I said, maybe I'm like not concerned enough with people's life. You know what I mean? But I literally don't care who does what or like, I don't give a fuck. No, your day is about to get worse. Is it? Why? What's happening today? We all got catfish. Have a great day. Suckers. Ooh, roasted. What's up? Okay, do you think? All right. What the fuck? This one. Okay, so let's see. This week, right? In animal escapes and oddities. Sorry, guys. My dog's like sick this week, so he's. I'm trying to make sure I keep a good eye on him. He's a good boy. He's like 13. He had his first surgery the other day. He's on like sleepy meds and shit. I felt so big because I said I brought him home on Wednesday, right? And he's never had any type of medical, like he's been to the vet for checkups, he's gotten like his vaccines when he needs them, all that stuff, but he's never been sick, he's never had surgery, he's never been nothing. Like this is his first experience with it, is going through this shit. And so I felt so bad because he was legit scared. Like he doesn't handle like I guess substances well, because he was like, I couldn't get him to sit down the other night, but at the same time I'm like, dude, you need to sleep, you need to, you know what I mean, like you need to. So for some reason, okay, a Florida deputy was forced to use handcuffs. I'm gonna learn how to talk today, watch, it's gonna happen. Was forced to use handcuffs to restrain a runaway emu that was causing trouble in a residential area. I mean, I guess there were like, what, how, like, that's like the most random thing that you could have happen in like a Florida suburb. It's like, oh, there's like a runaway emu. You know what I mean? Vaccines can do that to you. It's, well, okay. There we go. Guys, good morning. Welcome through. Tap the screen. I like it when people stop by to see me. I said, I dig it. I like coming on here on the weekend. But that's the thing is I said, like, there's so many more kids out. And it's just like, like, I normally am pretty chill. Like, I don't, like I said, I'm not big on arguing with people online. I'm not, like, I don't care. I know that there are some people that care about, like, well, this person said this over here, and this person did this over here. Like, some people are really into, like, the drama of social media and shit, too. Which I see a lot. I'm just not into it. I'm like, all right. Like, I don't know. I said, if I can do anything with my day, I'd like to, even if it's just one person, if they stop on my stream and I can get like a giggle out of them or make them smile, to me that I consider that a successful day. You know what I mean? So I said, I can, even when I was younger, I was never into like the whole, I don't understand how people like, they're trolls, but they don't realize like how corny, I don't know, especially for adults. Like, kids is one thing, but like adults doing it, it's just like, I don't know. Like I feel like trolls troll themselves when they do that shit. Like you are what? Like if I found out like somebody I knew was like, oh, I'm a big time troll. Like some people are proud of it. Like they're like, oh, but they are more people that'll say shit to your face. Like the whole like t and not using your picture and not like that's the shit to me where I'm like, it's boring. I've never had anybody say anything different. Like I've never had anybody say anything different. It's always the same type of shit. And it's always stuff. I'm like, damn, at least be funny. Like I mean, I'm just saying I'll laugh at something even if it's at my expense if it's funny, but when it's not, it's just not. All right. Okay, this is solid. There was a black bear that lived underneath the Los Angeles area since Thanksgiving. It was finally evicted only to potentially move into another home nearby. Like, what did they think was going to happen? It's not going to go far, right? It's going to go, I would think so. They actually had, no, I said, I live on the East Coast, right? And we are not big on like bears. We do not have a lot of bears in our area. It is not a thing. There was somebody recently, right, this is not too recently, never mind. Like, this isn't too recently. This is maybe within the last year. And somebody went to go check their camera, right, in like my local area, I won't say where. But they realized that there was a black bear walking through the middle of their backyard, like literally walking by the trampoline that the kids jump on. Like, some places that's really common. Here, not so much. I have a friend that works for the state, right? Like, everybody was like, what the fuck? There's a bear here? Like, and it was little too. I mean, it was big, but it was like, it was a baby one. You know what I mean? It was like a baby one. So people were on the lookout for it, especially people in the area. And then I have a friend that works for the state, and he posted a picture the one day, and it was this bear that had been loose. Apparently somebody hit it and then kept going. And I'm like, like, this poor thing in my area, it's lucky it didn't get robbed. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but I was like, so people in the area were like, watch your kids if they go out back, like, da da da. And I'm like, yeah, I just can't imagine, like, if I turned on my security camera and I had a bear walking back, and you know what I mean, like, behind my house, like, the fuck? That's who's been getting in the trash. I thought it was raccoons. You know what I mean? Oh, fuck this. There was an Australian woman who woke up. This would officially, I would absolutely wet the bed over this one. But, this woman woke up to find an 8-foot python resting on her chest. I had a friend, right, online who, he lived down in Florida, and he had a snake, right? Like, he had this snake. He was a single guy, so, you know, he had, like, a bachelor pad, like, all that stuff, right? And, you know, doing his thing, you know what I mean? Like, living a single bachelor life. But he had like this snake. He had a python, so it's not poisonous. It's a python. But he would let it roam around his house. And I'm like, so wait, you bring women home? Like you're like, all right, I'm going to take a woman home with me. You bring a woman home. And he's like, sometimes I forget. He was also good at like partying a lot. So he's like, sometimes I forget. He's I'm like, I would honestly, I would freak out. If you woke up, I assume maybe the person, I don't know, maybe it was their pet. I mean, that would be like, but imagine like waking up and that's what you see first thing in the morning is a snake on. I would officially have my very first heart attack ever. Like, there's something very odd to me about animals with no legs. I'm really not, and I know that this is an irrational fear. I have a really big fear of birds too. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't like birds. I don't like fish. Like, I'm just, fish got those creepy eyes. Like, I tried having fish when my kids were little. And, like, anytime they'd pass away, I'd be like, oh, my God. Like, it was literally, like, an adventure to kind of get through it for me. Like, I didn't mind cleaning them. I didn't mind, like, I didn't want to touch them. I really didn't want to look at them. You have majestic eyes, just like a penguin. I'll take that. Like, how was your morning? Oh, somebody told me my eyes were majestic like the mighty penguin. Like, I kind of walk like a penguin, too, so it works out well. Let's see. Especially python. How did a python get on somebody's chest? Those motherfuckers get big. They're heavy. Like, they're heavy. Like, an 8-foot python, you're going to feel that, like, climbing up on you. It's not like, you know, you're going to be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's got to be heavy as fuck. So, this is like an animal section, obviously. Let's see. Eh, this is sad. I love crabs. Like I love like it's a big thing in my area to do like crab feast or like seafood boils, like all that stuff just based on where I am. And so we don't normally do the crawfish because I'm not like, where do you reside? I'm in Delaware. So yeah, they have like Maryland is real big on like their seafood and whatnot. I love like, and I'll tell you this much: I love going to a good crab feast. Love going to a good crab feast. The last one I went to was horribly put together, right? Like people in my area will get around each other and like, we're going to a crab feast. Like that's fun in our area. Like it's like small town USA type shit here. And so like people get all excited when they go to a crab feast, right? The last one I went to, because they're normally a little expensive too, you can sit and eat there. I don't think that the people actually knew how to cook it. Like there's a whole thing with crabs. Like after a while, if you're cooking a whole bunch of crabs, right? Guess what happens? All the shit that's in them rises to the top, which means you gotta take a spoon and get and collect all the shit off, right? I don't think that they knew this. And then what was really like gross to me too, like this is just my like I've been to great ones, I've been to ones that like I was just like, the fuck are they doing? Normally you have your own bucket like to wash your hands in, right? Because like I'm not gonna use like you know what I'm saying? They were trying to do 4 people for every bucket. So everybody would like wash their crabs off in the bucket, right? Which takes off all the Old Bay, all this shit. And I'm like, this, like, what? No, I'm an asshole. I was like, do you mind? Can I have my own? Like, I don't know where these motherfuckers have had, like, their hands. Like, I'm saying, like, I already got to, like, deep poop all this stuff loose on my Old Bay. But, like, so I said, I love me, like, a good seafood boil. Like, I do. I'm sure that there's places that have much better. I've never had crawfish. Like I've heard it's just like shrimp, like you just twist it, and but it's weird because like some stuff like I can eat shrimp, but if it's got its head on it, fuck that with those big old black eyes. Oh no, I'm good. I'm good. All right, guys, welcome through. Tap the screen. I like it when people stop by to see me. I said we are dual streaming this morning, so make sure you go follow me on TikTok. Make sure you follow me on YouTube. I love it when people stop by. If you're new, you're more than welcome. Come and chit chat with me. I said we are having a morning so far. I'm like running late today. I said I ended up I overslept because it's Saturday morning. I had to hurry up. So, okay, my dog had a surgery this week, right? So I've been doing a lot of just working. Like I had to cancel my classes that I had this week. And I've just been kind of hanging out with him. So then I was sitting there, I'm like, all right, let me get caught up on my other work. So if you guys haven't checked out my website too, go check out my website. It's edgeoftheeasel.com. I also have a new book that I just published recently. It's 40 of my top favorite recipes. So if you want to, because it's going to be published officially on a certain date, so I'm doing pre-sales for it. All you gotta do is hit me up, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna do and it's pretty cheap. It's like $3 for like $40 or 40 recipes. So I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? Like I said, I figured I'd start off small and then see where it goes. So like, I need to go fishing, dude. My dad used to. Fishing is the most boring thing ever. You got to be drunk to really like appreciate fishing. And I said I can remember when I was younger, my dad and like all my uncles and everything would all go like to, out hunting and fishing. And I said I can remember like, my dad used to eat like everything. Like he grew up in the Great Depression. He ate everything. There was nothing that he didn't eat. You know what I mean? And I can remember like those big Bro, this is bad. But those big, what is it, the Stonewall ones that are for seafood where they're like black and like they got the little white speckles on them? I didn't get it. Like, I can remember being little and hearing them all go on and being like, ding, 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 ding. And then I'd be like, oh, they stopped making their music, Dad. He's like, yeah, that's how you know they're ready. Like, I don't know what I thought, but like, and it weirded me out too. Like, I still get weird about like some people that are like, the yellow stuff adds flavoring. No, listen, it might to other people. I want as little poop in what I'm eating as possible, especially from fish that are like crustaceans that are bottom dwellers. Like, I'm just saying, like, I don't know, like, but so I said, but like, I would try crawfish, especially if the day ever comes where I make it down to Louisiana, which is one of my goals. I would love to get down to Louisiana. It's real rich in history and it's real, you know what I mean? Like, I love that shit. One of my favorite vacations I ever took was up to Salem, Massachusetts, and I just walked around like, I'm like a nerd. I love museums. I love learning how to do new stuff. Like, I don't know. I love it. Like, but, like, okay. So, Joe, question for you. Would you use, like, I assume you've been to crab feast? Like I said, they're real big in my area. They're real, real big. Like, oh, there's a crab piece. Oh, yeah, da, da, da. But so our seafood boils don't have crawfish in them. It's not something that is typically found here. But would you use other people's buckets? Like, you know what I'm saying? If you've been to, like I said, they give you a bucket so that way you can wash all the extra Old Bay. But you're supposed to, like, dip them beforehand and then put, like, the Old Bay. There's a certain way that you have to, like, make it. So, yeah, like I said, I was getting these crabs, especially towards the end, that were literally just covered in shit. Covered in shit and Old Bay. And I'm like, this is gross. Like, do these people not know how to do this? Like, slamming my fist on the table. God damn it. There's too much poop on the end, but I really did have to stop because I'm like, I have my own bucket and it's like full of poo itself, and I'm like, this is not working for me. Like, but that was like when I was younger. That was like my parents. They would get like hype over that shit. Like my dad would go out crabbing. He'd come in with a whole bushel. They'd cook them, and then they would like. I mean, they laid down like the newspaper. Like they got ready to like do some business. Like, they got ready to fuck some shit up. I've told people this one, too. I said both of my parents grew up in the Great Depression. They were a lot older when they had me. I was, like, my dad's last swimmer or whatever. And, like, I'm like, I don't know. Somehow I slipped through. Somehow my mom still had one in there, and somehow my dad still had one in there, but, like, it shouldn't have been. No. So, like I said, they both grew up during the Great Depression. So, like, during the Great Depression, you eat everything. Like, there was nothing that you didn't eat. If your mom cooked a mouse for dinner, you better sit there and eat that mouse and fucking like it. Like, the pet population was very under control during that time because that's all people could afford. So I said my dad used to eat like the weirdest stuff ever. Like I would go to the fridge, right, and there would just be a pig's snout in there. Like, can I join? Rhonda, I was gonna say I have another live stream open. Yeah, you can come in for a few if you want to, but I have another live stream open, so they won't be able to hear you. Yeah, so guys, welcome through. Tap the screen, like the live. I love it when people stop by to see me. But yeah, so they used to sit, and I've told this story a lot on here too, during Christmas, right? Like whenever there was a turkey made, Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever, my parents would literally sit there and clean out the inside of everything. And like, you know, that shit that most people throw away? No, that was like good eating. Like they would get a bowl of melted butter, be sitting there eating like gizzards, lizards. But here's the thing, lizards, gizzards, you know, all that other shit, right? Like I don't even know what technically comes in the bag because I normally take my bag and just toss it. I'm like, now around this last Thanksgiving, I thought it was pretty funny. There were TikToks going around of people that were messing with their kids, so they're teaching them, you know, like, and oh god, so like the sons on it were worse than the daughters. So they had them like clean the bag out, right, and then they tell them like, oh, it must have been a boy turkey. When they got to the neck, they're like, oh, it must have been a big boy turkey. And like the sons are standing there. The sons took it worse than the daughters, but stand there with it in their hands, and they're like my parent, they would, but see, here's the thing too, and this is what made it extra weird. You would think if you were going to eat any type of meat, you would make sure it was cooked. They ate this shit raw. Like, I'm not even making this shit up. Like, this was, like, straight up. Like, I'm like I can remember just seeing them, like, argue over, like, they'd be splitting the heart because both of them liked the heart the best, and I'm like, you guys are sitting there eating a raw heart. But as long as it's got butter, you're okay, right? Like the fuck? I mean, nobody uses that bag that comes in the turkey. Hello, Muhammad, guys. Welcome through. Tap the screen, like the live. I love it when you guys stop by to see me. So, okay, we are doing, okay, so what got me talking about crabs, right, is there was a truck carrying 15,000 live crabs that crashed in Ireland, releasing the crustaceans into a ditch. How many people do you think came running with, like, Old Bay? No, I would have been. There was actually down in Louisiana recently, there was a guy at a gas station, and they had like a crawfish crawfish infestation. And people, like, the video went viral because, like, people are like, yo, like, why didn't you go and, like, get out there and collect some of them motherfuckers? Like, that's good eating. I'm like, I've never had a crawfish. Like I said, the whole, it has its face would fuck me up a little bit, but I would eat it. I would eat it. Like I said, I hear it tastes a lot like shrimp. I've never had them. So, okay. Okay, this one's okay. So police in Washington state were called by a man who was convinced that he was having paranormal activity and that the paranormal activity had stole his cigs. Like, did they steal any other substances from you by chance? Like, there are people that have absolutely called the cops, and this always, like, cracks me up, right? Like I said, I'm pretty straight edge. Like, I do greenery. Like, I'm not really, I drink, but, like, I'm really not into other substances, or I never have been. Like, I'm good. I'm good. I can make bad decisions without all that shit. Like, I don't need that shit, too. But, like, there have been people that got like say they got swindled by like a dealer or whatnot that have called the police, and you see like videos of the police standing there and they're like, wait, did you really call us because you bought that product from them and they didn't give it to you, or they gave it to you and it was fake? And like, I mean, if you go and you look up like some of the videos, like, you'll just be like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Like, why would you call the police? Like, this one woman was like, but this is how I pay my bills. The police were like, I'm sorry, I don't have a lot of sympathy for you if you get, robbed doing something illegal. Like, yo, people be wild, man. Um, okay, a man wearing only a tablecloth was arrested after a crime spree in Georgia. This is probably substance related as well. I would take a guess. Let's do this real quick. And I said, so guys, I have a lot of stuff that I'm working on. I'm actually working on putting together too an entertainment magazine. So it'll be not gossip, but it'll be like trending news, like that I find, all sorts of stuff like that. So I said, it's a process, like everything that I want to do. Also for 2026, what I would really like to do, because I said I do classes online pass anyway. I'm going back to my, oh, okay, where the real town is, right though. But so I said I'm actually working for this year. I would like to set up, I said I do online classes for painting and whatnot, intro to painting, like all that stuff. Super exciting life, right? And I work with people with special needs too. So I said a lot of times people are a lot more comfortable in their own setting, so doing it virtually works really well. I would actually like to get to the point where I have other people that are involved with it. So I said this year I'm going to be setting up a charity. Like I said, you have to apply for tax exemption and all that stuff, but it's going to specifically target people with special needs that maybe want to release their creativity a little bit more. Sometimes art speaks where words cannot, so people that have difficulty verbalizing what they're feeling, sometimes it works out a bit better. But so I'd like to get music instructors, I'd like to get art instructors. Hey Aries, what's going on? Good morning, honey. I'd like to get other people like involved and having like, and have it be like an actual thing. So I have a lot that I'm working on this year, Hello Aries, good morning. Yeah, he's doing good, Aries. He's doing good. He's been sleeping like a champ. But that's expected. Like I said, I didn't know. He came out the other day, Aries. I felt so bad for him. He came out and man, he had his head down, had that cone thing on, right? And he like could not he was hitting it on the floor. All of a sudden he'd be walking and he'd stop. He was out of there. As soon as he seen me, he was like, get the fuck in the car. And then I brought him home and I could see that the anesthesia was wearing off. Like when anesthesia comes out of your system, you just shake like crazy. You know what I mean? So I could see that he's never really experienced like any pain meds or, anti-anxiety shit, but he's never experienced this. So this has been new for him. Like the other day he had surgery and they're like, yeah, he'll probably sleep like the whole rest of the day. That motherfucker came home from surgery and walked around the house for like 4 hours. I'm like, babe, you need to lay down. You're going to end up tearing something, like lay down. But it was because he was fucked up. Like I said, it's got to be really, really scary to get like fucked up and to not choose to do so. Like we're like, oh, greenery, that's not really that bad, right? I felt so bad. The one night I had a half of a Rice Krispie treat. Like I said, I make stuff, you know what I mean? That's just another thing. And so there was a half a Rice Krispie treat there, and it was like super strong. I could only eat half of it, right? And I put the rest of it in a bag, and I kind of twirled it up, put a thing on it, stuck it on the coffee table, right? And then I came out. Bitch, you were like 70. That's shit out your. Okay, cool. But phew, that was tough to read, man. That was tough to read. Like, but so that like man, that made my brain hurt a little bit. Damn, man. But so like, that literally distracted the fuck out of me because that was like that English was tough, man. That English was tough. I love the fact that you're yelling it too. Like I'm gonna read it anyway, even if you don't yell it. It's cool. Followed you. Thank you, William. It's great. I appreciate you guys. And I said I am dual streaming, guys. But I just felt so bad for him. I literally couldn't get him to sit down the other night. I'm like, dude, you need to rest. Like you can't be like right. Like he wasn't jumping up on stuff. But so then he finally came to bed and he slept great. But so he has to get his pills like every 12 hours. Like I said, my dog has never had. He's had vaccines. He's had trips to the vet. He absolutely hates it. He don't like getting in the car either. Tim, what's going on? Maybe lay off the crack. Okay, that should be easy enough. Cool, I can do that. But so like I said, he's never experienced anything like that. You know what I mean? Like he's never experienced any type of meds. It's his first surgery. It's his first time ever having anything in pain. Like it's his first everything. So I said he had I went on vacation. I was away for like a week, and before I left, he was like laying on his back, right? Hi, what's going on? Arnika, hi honey, welcome back. But so I could see a bump inside his jowl, right? Like I could see a bump, and I'm like, what the hell is that thing? So I said I had somebody coming over, and well, I was gonna say my daughter here, and somebody else was stopping by and checked on him for me, right? Like while I was away. So they're like, well, I haven't really seen it. I came home, and it had gotten like dramatically larger. Well, he kept biting it, so then it was bleeding too. We had to wait for the surgery date, so I'm like literally like I just felt so bad for him. I hate when he doesn't feel good, and that's the thing too is like we think of stuff like greenery, right? Like if we take it, we know that we're taking it. It's got to be kind of scary. Like you're like, oh, it's just greenery. Like it ain't that big of a deal, but it's got to be really scary to not know that feeling will go away. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, I'm like this for the rest of my life, or to be sick. Like, like with kids, like, they're sick and they don't understand that, like, even if they got the flu in like a couple weeks, they'll be better. Like, they don't get it. So it's like animals are the same way. They don't get it. So it's like, they're like, this is how this is going to be forever. And meanwhile, it's like, a sore throat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right. So next thing, let's see. Well, I don't understand why people choose to do this. I'm not hating on anybody's, like, hobbies. Whatever you do, you. Like, if it's productive, do you. You know what I mean? Like, hi, Mohammed. Welcome through. It's me, Arnika. I know I said that. But so, all right. A British inventor broke the world record with a motorized trash can that reached 66 miles per hour. Like, why? It's more productive than being a troll online, I'll say that. But, like, why? Like, some of their stuff is, like, so specific with it. I was walking Cardi this morning. That's awesome. I told you, Aries, I went to go take him for a walk the other day because I knew he wouldn't be able to go on one for a little bit. And I literally had to bring that motherfucker home because he was screaming. Hi, what's going on? Richard, how are you? Wait, is that Lauren? I'm having a brain fart real quick. Hold on. All right, this one's a different one. Okay, there was a Dutch couple who had their marriage annulled because they used ChatGPT to write their vows. What do you do? I live stream right now. Yeah, I'm glad he's doing better too. I feel so bad because I said it's not like you can talk to him and say, this is only like this for a couple days. You'll be all right. Calm down. You know what I mean? It's not like that. No, I'm a designer. I said I have an online store and I absolutely love it. So I get to go out and have a lot of fun, and I like the fact that I get to take you guys with me. I I do online painting classes. I'm doing art battles right now. I actually have one coming up on the 31st. No, I'm sorry, the 29th. I was debating on signing up for one the 31st too, but they're pretty neat events. Like they're pretty neat events. They're like these live auctions, but it's like almost like a speed painting. So like it was a really neat experience, and I'm hoping this time like to I'm trying a new one in a new spot. So it's gonna be a good time. But I said now I just published. I have it'll be official on the 24th, right? I put out a cookbook the other day. I'm doing pre-sales on it. So my sister flies back. You should tell her. Yeah, you should tell her to take you with her for a little bit. Where does she live at in Australia? Upper or lower? You're like, have fun on that 25-hour plane ride. I would have to, if I went to Australia, I would have to do it like in spurts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know that I could get on a plane and travel all the way there. I think I would have to take like a stop. She has to finish her semester. Yeah, but she can just stick you in her suitcase, right? Like, right? Oh, yeah, you told me that she's in Melbourne. I was thinking she was where Josh is. Like, I mean, like, you should tell her go hang out with Josh. Like, he's Australian too. Like, are they close together? Who knows? Australia. That's like somebody being like, why don't you go hang out with that person in Georgia? It's a pretty big place, and it cracks me up too because I said in Josh's room, I've seen it with my own eyes. Seen Americans come in and they'll ask him, do you know that person? And he's like, what? From which site? From here or me, man? You know what I mean? And they're like, well, they're Australian too. And he's like, yeah, we're not on like a mailing list with each other. Like, I get so embarrassed with like you see the when you see the really stupid questions come in to the people that are, from other countries. Because, man, sometimes it'd be painful. It'd be painful to sit there and watch it. Like, a whole bunch of people, like, I found out with Americans, if you bring up politics, people are ready to fight about that shit. Like, they are ready to fight. They are ready to go. Like, all that stuff. I said, that is, like, literally the last thing I ever want to argue with anybody about is politics. I'm like, I'm good. But there's a lot of people that don't feel that way. So, like, you'll see people from other country and, like, all the American... I was in a live stream the one day, and it was a chick from South Africa, right? And one of the guys that was up on her panel had a MAGA hat on, right? And she, like, all these people started getting in her boxes to tell him what a piece of shit. He wasn't even talking about MAGA. He simply just had the hat on. And people, like, jumped. She was like, what the fuck is going on? She was like, what's the issue with a slogan? Like, he's not talking about it. He's not preaching about it. He's simply wearing a hat. But, like, I mean, people, they were going hard on it. They were like, you're a racist. And he's like, I haven't said anything racial. He's like, because I wear a hat. But so she said something. I thought that this was interesting, right? Politics and religion, right there. But I thought that this was interesting. She's like, everybody's so mad about make America great again. She's like, but what if you guys weren't great to begin with? And I was like, every country thinks that they do everything exactly 180% right, right? Like, I mean, every place in the world thinks that's the only way to live, and, that speed brigade, what are you talking about? Right? Like, I wore MAGA. That's what I'm saying is, like, people used to be, like, if they were liberal, they were more like hippie. Now, I will say this. A lot of the liberals have become as intense as the people that are Republicans. I think people can have opinions about everything and they don't need to go, it doesn't have to be, but like I said, I seen it with this dude, he wasn't talking politics, he literally just had a hat on. And people were like mad, like they were like screaming at him about how like he must be like a fascist. And I'm like, he hasn't said anything. Like, he literally didn't say anything about anything. But people, like, he literally had a whole room full of people screaming their ass off. I have another guy that I know on TikTok, and that's what he'll do is, like, wear, like, a MAGA hat just to rage bait people. Like, he really believes it. Hi, Jelly, what's going on? Like, he holy shit, what drugs did you do? Oh, my God. This morning, it's been a pretty easy morning. Just, some of the smaller ones. Nothing too. But I like to put them in my cereal and mix them all up and then just let them fight it all out in there. The good time. And I like it with Lucky Charms. There you go. Just different subs and just let them battle it out and decide what we're gonna be today. And nitrates. There we go. Okay. All right. I mean, this is solid. This is solid. There was a Louisiana woman claiming to be a mermaid who was arrested for skinny dipping in a neighbor's pool. Or no, I'm sorry, a neighbor's pond. That makes it even more interesting. Pig size? That I don't know what that is. What is that? What is that? Guys, welcome through. Tap the screen for me like the live. I love it when you guys stop by to see me. I said I am running late this morning, and I'm also dragging ass like a champ. So I just worked. Like, I haven't been on since Tuesday. But so I just worked. Like, that's literally what's consistent, because I said he's been sick. Like, the doggy. Oh, thank you, Jelly, honey. The doggy had surgery this week, so I've been spending a lot of time with him. And, I'm just trying to take a. Oh, okay. That's cool. The smartest guy alive. Okay, so when does that start? Is it soon? I hope it starts soon. But that's crazy though. I was gonna say, going back to the one where it's the Dutch couple. They apparently, like, who I would be offended, right? Like, I would be a little mad if I went to go get married. Oh, thank you, Jelly. And my partner had used GPT to write their vows. Like, would you guys be pissed if you went to go get married and you found out that, like, Chat GPT? Doggy has 30. Oh, okay. So you're just writing back what I'm saying. That's cool. Good morning, guys. Oh, there you go. Have a good one. Want to know a joke? Sure. What's up? You were close. You were close. TPT. It can't. I blame my accent for that. You know what I mean? Are you a gay? Why? I'm just curious. Why does it matter? I'm not. But why like? People are weird, man. Yeah, like, you don't know how you had to, yeah, it might make it sound a little better. It might make it a little bit more eloquent. Like, it might, but I would be mad. I'd be like, that's so, to me, it seems so unpersonal. You had something, write it, that doesn't even know me. Like, I said, I've never really felt the need for, like, a wedding or whatever. Like, if I decide I want to be with somebody and live with them forever, I'll do that. Like, I've never really understood the whole point of marriage. Like, I don't know. I've never been married. I've been engaged like a couple times. Like I said, I have a guy that I'm seeing out. Like, but I almost got married, but I never, like, I think I got within 3 months. But this is like years upon years upon years ago. But I'm like, I can be with somebody without being married. Like, to me, I started when I was almost engaged. I started doing, because I said I'm a nerd, man. I'm 36 now. Yeah, I'm like, I don't really feel like I need it. Like, I know that there's some girls that, like, they dream about their perfect day and being a princess and all that stuff. I'm not really that type of chick. Like, I never had that thought. Been with my guy for 7 years. So, would you, like, now, I could see me just being like, okay, let's do something romantic and go and elope or whatever. Would you do something like that? Or are you just like, because I said, I don't feel like I need it. If I go through this whole life without it, I'm okay. Like, I'm not going to be like, why didn't I ever get married? Like, on my deathbed, I'll be like, cool. Yeah, like, yeah, I could see me doing something like crazy and being like, hey, let's go to Vegas if I really felt like that. You know what I mean? But I said so I started doing a lot of research, right? Because I'm just like a nerd, right? Ty? But I'm a nerd. So I started going to, like, the wedding expo. I was trying to get into it. And, like, what kind of pattern is on the plate, I don't care about. What kind of, like, like, it just seemed like a lot of hoopla that you're paying for to get, so other people can, well, they're going to come and celebrate. Well, yeah, if you're in a relationship and you really love somebody, like, that's great that you want to, oh, can you be quiet for a minute? I can't. Don't like the difference in a hardy dog. Cool. But, so I'm just saying, like, it's just not something that I've ever felt like I really needed. Like, I'm okay with it, you know what I mean? But, like, a lot of the costumes that come from marriage, they're, like, weird. Like, the best man he wasn't the guy that was, like, the best friend that held the ring. Yeah, like, it's not is today. Engagement rings weren't even a thing until like the 1930s. But we feel like it's been around forever. Backyard wedding with pot. That's what I'm saying. Like I would do if I was gonna do like a wedding. I would have like you're not speaking to your audience, so goodbye. No, I'm not speaking to you, the smartest guy. I'm speaking to my audience. I'm not speaking to you because you've been a troll. Why would I entertain a troll? Does that make a bit of sense? No. I'm not like eventually I will just stop like reading people's comments if they're a troll because I'm like I just don't care. I just don't care. I don't know if there's something about me that makes people think that I care what their opinion. I just don't. I just don't. I'm old, man. I don't care about anybody's opinion. I care about the people that I care about. You know what I mean? Like I would never go out of my way to purposely like hurt somebody. Like I've been an asshole in my lifetime. I understand that. I'm working on just being a better person, like, all that. But for the most part I get along with people. Like I don't know. I can't really think about I've had people do stuff online where like they sat and bitched about me for like a month on their stream. I'm just not like into the drama and the same stuff that other people are. You know what I mean? Like, I just can't get into it. Like I said, the way that a lot of people act online, it just perplexes me. I'm like, you know. Yeah, I was gonna say, I love, you know how long I've been live streaming now for almost 6 years, and Ducky was one of my OGs. Like, straight up. Like, I had this group of people, like, bless their hearts on, like, my last app. They would literally come and see me every single day. I love Ducky. It's fucking awesome. Ducky didn't come and see me every single day, but like, you know how they have different families on different sites? It was real big on Meet Me, right? Like once upon a time, it used to be crazy on there. Like there were just numbers galore, all that stuff. But so I started a family that was like, it was the Misfit family. It grew like crazy. And I was going to say Ducky was in it. I have a lot of my friends that I had from 5 years ago. I still have them. I don't know. Like I'm just saying, you see a lot of like live streamers where their turnaround is like 3 months. They can be friends with people 3 to 4 months. I just keep motherfuckers. You're my friend forever. I coughed on you. You're mine now. Like, you know what I mean? So I've had times where I've gotten like where people have argued with me online, but I just don't care. Even back in the day, like I said, my streams were crazy once upon a time. And we're talking pre-COVID. When COVID happened, I couldn't even read the chat. Like I was just wild. But like it used to be really, really wild on me, man. Get the joke? Hello, get the joke. What joke? It didn't show 1105. Yeah, it didn't show. I've been checking, but it didn't show. It just said get the joke. Hello, get the joke. So yeah, didn't I miss something somewhere along the way? Yeah, there was no joke that came through. Yeah, I don't know what it was. All right, so welcome through. Can I ask a Trump question? I don't have an answer for it, so I ask. Why is he that color orange? I have no idea. You would think that he'd be able to afford a better spray tan. Anytime I think about Trump's tan, right? Because, like, he's that, like, Hollywood tans level of orange. Like, imagine that there is somebody out there that makes a really, really good living off of being Trump's tanning person. Hi, Baron, what's going on? Like, there is somebody out there that has to go and see Trump without his pants on, probably without underwear on, too, who has to be a professional, and blow air tan into Trump's booty. That's somebody's job. How do you put that on a resume? Like, how do you make, like, work closely with the president? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was a spray tan girl. Next week to go see her and the family. Oh, aren't you? That's awesome. I would love to go visit. Like I said, people that I've met online, I would love, love, love. I don't have I don't have an opinion about Trump. I just have an opinion about the color that he is. Like, it's not racism because he chooses to be that color. But it's like, you're orange, homie. Like, he looks radioactive to me. Is that a death joke? That's horrible. That's horrible. But, so I don't know. Okay, so back to the weird news. I said, guys, we are rocking right along. So I do news first thing in the morning. I love it when you guys stop by to see me. It's not really first thing in the morning anymore, but that's okay. Um, all right. So apparently in Wales, there were hundreds of Victorian-style shoes that were discovered during a beach cleanup in Wales. Some of that shit might be worth some money. I doubt it because there's shoes that have been in the ocean for like, it's like all the shoes from the Titanic finally washed over the spot in Wales. Like, you know what I mean? Um, there was a couple who discovered a hidden room in their 130-year-old home after finding a strange letter. I told you guys, I love history. Like, I'm like a weird history nerd, right? There are a lot of places in my area because, like, we have, like I said, we have the bays, we have, like, we're right by the ocean. There are a lot of spots that were on the Underground Railroad, right? And people were finding it. Like, a lot of people in my area were going and buying these homes, like, in our kind of historic area. And then they'd find, like, a cellar that was only big enough for like a person to stand in, like wasn't even, and they're like, the fuck is this? So people kept going to like whoever to see what it was because they thought that that's like where like somebody would have kept like a body or something. And that's, yeah, so it's something that we'd found out however many years ago, was that like if they're those little holes and they're kind of unexplained and they look like they're, that's probably why. But I'm like, imagine that though, like being like, oh, you know, preserve the history. Okay. I'm a weird, like I said, I would love my dream, like vacation. Jelly, do you are you, I'm a history nerd. Like I said, I started doing research on the whole wedding thing, right? And that's when I first kind of got like I said, the best man wasn't the best man. Like, weird about how all the women that are mad about ice are unattractive. Oh, okay. That was random. I'm sorry they're mad about ice. There we go. But so yeah, guys, welcome through. Tap the screen, please. Like the live. I love it when people stop by to see me. We are dual streaming this morning, so make sure if you don't have me on TikTok, you don't have me on YouTube, add me on both. I like it. Have you guys seen, like, okay, so people keep talking about this 6'7" craze, and then they try to explain it to me, and I'm like, that is like the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Right? This is like, it's the stupidest. Like, I feel like such an old person because this is like the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Like, yeah, right, like, the fuck is there's no point to it. People like are like happy when they tell you, like, there's been so many people, hey, 6'7", and I'm like, yeah, like, I already know it doesn't mean anything. Like, people are just seeing if they can say it and have somebody be like, what does that mean? Oh, it doesn't mean anything. But people like, I'm gonna ruin the plot twist for y'all. It doesn't mean anything. For anybody that was curious like me and actually asked somebody, the fuck does that mean? And I'm like, so then why are people saying it repeatedly? It's funny because when stuff gets popular, when stuff is like trendy, like sayings or whatnot, you'll hear it nonstop on like social media, like nonstop. You didn't say anything the past few minutes? What do you mean? What do you mean, HG? I've been talking. Has my sound been working? Yeah, I've been chit-chatting. I hope my sound's been working. I've been having issues lately. Oh, did you guys see what happened in Pennsylvania recently? There was a guy that was found with over 100 bodies in his house. Cute laugh. You're so nice. I've heard my laugh before I'm recording, and I'm like, woo. But yeah, there was a guy who was he was digging up graves, and he had the bodies. He was selling parts, and but like 100 bodies. Like, why do you need that? And if you're gonna do that, like, why would you keep them in your home? Like what? Wait, what? Like, I mean, that's just, there were a couple oddity shops actually up in Salem, Massachusetts, like, and around the country that got caught. Like, I've been to oddity shows, and they'll have like taxidermy, they'll have like butterflies for sale, all that stuff. Fucking weirdo, right though. But there's people that they get really into taxidermy. I'm like, at what point does that? Because normally, like, if somebody's like 13 and they're like, I'm really into taxidermy, we look at that as like a red flag. Now, you know what I mean? So, like, at what point does, like, it not become a red flag and it just becomes, like, a hobby? Like, what age specifically? Is it, like, now just, like, a hobby? I don't know. I don't feel like I need something that'll sit and stare at me. I'd be like, what are you looking at? What are you looking at? It's hard for me to use the bathroom when my dog's sitting there staring at me. Like, I'm like, dude, look away. Like, look away. I'm all right. I appreciate that you want to make sure I'm okay, but I can handle this one on my own. Um, there's a new study that found that some dogs can learn the names of new toys by eavesdropping on their owners. Oh, my dog does. You don't have to respond to that. I get it. Oh, what do you mean? His? I respond to everything. I mean, if somebody takes time to write, I'm gonna take a chance and, you know, it's just annoying. My kids keep saying, that's what I'm saying. My nephews, they kept saying it, like, I went away on vacation for Christmas with my nephews for one of their birthdays. And, like, that, I was like, you guys gotta stop. You guys gotta stop. Like, we went out to dinner, and I was like, I've had enough. Like, you guys have to stop. I'm not your parents, but, like, say something else. You look like you can bake damn right I can. I can eat the fuck out of one too. I'm trying to not eat too much out of cake. I'm actually working on a few baking books. So I said I have a whole bunch of recipe books that I'm getting ready to publish. So the one will be, it's like 40 recipes. It's going to be on the 24th. I have another one scheduled for the 26th. And so I'm doing pre-sales. So yay. But it's like 40 of my top favorite recipes. And I do specialty baking. Like, oh yeah, I was gonna say moldy. It definitely, if it was something, if there was something in it that they kind of questioned, it wouldn't have shown it. Let's see. Yeah, they do that sometimes. An owl was rescued in Utah after becoming partially encased in concrete and in a cement mixer. Oh God, that's all sad. Let's see. Okay, hold on. We are rocking along, guys. Welcome through. So far, all I've done is gotten like my eyebrows on. I haven't even. I'm like gonna like have to. So I said I'm making up my work today because I've been working like crazy. Haven't been live since Tuesday. Trying to get back on my regular schedule. I try to get on here first thing in the morning when I not first thing in the morning because today I slept in, but like I try to get up and get my makeup on and get my day going first thing. So you guys can normally catch me on here every morning, and then I'll kind of jump on and off throughout the rest of the day. So I said, we are rocking right along. Oh, Ducky's sister. I love Ducky. Seriously. Like, I've only ever known one Ducky. So she's not somebody that's always, like, using social media. Like, she'll kind of come for a bit and then, you know what I mean? Like, she'll take a break and then but she always makes sure that whenever, like, she's around, she pops back in and says hi to me. And I'm like, I love that. I remember reading something a few years back about finding a squirrel in Colorado. It was infected with the Black Plague. Oh, I hope not. Are you in Florida or Georgia or Idaho? No, I'm in none of those. Yeah, no. No, definitely not. But so I said I like doing the weird news. I find it interesting just to hear about all the crazy shit that happens in the world. I am gonna have to like get ready and jump off here soon, guys, because I said I do have class at noon, and I gotta hurry up and throw my makeup on because I've been too busy talking. All right, so let's end on what I will do. King, honey, hello. I was actually just getting ready to get off here. I've been on for over an hour, so I'm like, it's my time. I have to go slap some foundation on and then go get online. Well, take care. I'll come back sometime. Yeah, by all means, Maldy. I love it when people stop by to see me, and I appreciate you guys even taking the time to stop by. Like, you guys are wonderful, and like I said, I really do appreciate that. If Amy Winehouse had lived, right. But so, all right, guys, I hope everybody has a beautiful day. Y'all deserve it. Like, go do your thing. We'll leave it on this last note. There was a book returned to a California library that was 46 years past due. So that's the last piece of news that we will stop on today. Are you in New York or New Mexico? No, I'm in Delaware. I'm in neither. Like, just taking random guesses. Like, are you here? No. What about here? No. All right, guys. I love your faces. Like I said, I do online painting classes, so if anybody's curious and would like to learn how to paint, by all means, all I gotta do is hit me up. I love to get people started on their journey. So, all right, guys. I love your faces. Make sure you go check out my website. If you're interested in a recipe book, hit me up. Like I said, I'm doing pre-sales. They're only like $3. So, yay. But and then it's gonna go. You know what I mean? Like then it goes up. But so I'm excited. Like this is my first one. I'm gonna have like a lot of them. I'm going to have a lot of them. I'm going to do baking books. I'm going to do cookbooks. I'm going to do, just all sorts of stuff. So I think that we need somebody cool in the kitchen. All right, guys. I love your faces. I hope everybody has a beautiful day. You guys kick a lot of ass, and I appreciate it. Like I said, follow my YouTube, follow my TikTok. It's all Misfit Ren, y'all. Eh.